I really enjoyed the transparency that Empire Flippers has with the buyers, and they legitimately want it to be a success after the actual sale. Yeah, so I first started working online at a university. I studied business, and I got my first job with an online classified. So I was their first marketing hire, and that's where I pretty much was launched into the digital marketing scene. I was a growth hacker before growth hacking was even a term. There's so much opportunity in the online space. I mean, this is the future, and being at the cusp of innovation. My best job that I've ever had was with my job at a university for the online classified, and then of course I started Monetize more thereafter. So yeah, I got the inspiration to start the business from a trip in South America. I wanted to start a location independent business that allowed me to travel around the world and run my business at the same time, and essentially allow for this location and schedule freedom. And then, yeah, that's where the idea for Monetize More came up, and I applied it to my original employer, and was able to come up with a model to increase their ad revenues. A lot of it's people management. People management can be really tough. There's a lot of case by cases, scenarios, conflict resolution. So that's a bit of a tough thing to kind of deal with, the technology part and making sure that technology gets delivered on time and reliably. The level of freedom. The level of freedom where I can literally be anywhere in the world I want. I could chase the sun. When it's winter up in the northern hemisphere, I could go down to the southern hemisphere. I can take on opportunities where, a friend's having a wedding in another part of the world. I can go there. I can still work. For someone else, that might mean not commuting or living in that town they always wanted to live in, where they wouldn't otherwise have career, opportunity. It really just opens up these brand new avenues that wouldn't be available if it required office, working from an office. I first found out about Empire Flippers through an organization called Dynamite Circle. It's an organization of nomad entrepreneurs, and I met Joe and Justin in person at the first conference that I went to, and I heard about what they offer, which sounded really cool. It's an investment opportunity. So since we've been profitable every year of the Monetize More existence, it makes sense to actually invest it in certain things, right? So there's a lot of different options. There's mutual funds, there's investing in the stock market, there's cryptocurrency, there's investing back in the business, and then of course there's investing in similar type of websites, like investing in acquiring new businesses, which has been a really good fit for us because Monetize More has technology to increase ad revenues for publishers. So it's a pretty natural progression to actually buy websites that we can implement our technology and that we know will consistently increase their ad revenues immediately. It's enabled us to build a portfolio of ad monetized publishers. So because it's such a strategical fit to buy these publishers that are making money from AdSense or other type of display ad networks, we've been able to fit in our technology, implement it, and then get the immediate return. But the other exciting part is we get to put ourselves in the shoes of our customer base, of ad monetized publishers. I would say to go to the next level into the due diligence. Due diligence is not easy, and if there's some sellers, they try to put, as they put it, lipstick on a pig. That's their incentive. It's so what they're selling, they're trying to make it look as good as possible, but sometimes at the end of the day, it's just a pig. And you need to be skeptical and make sure that you see it from that perspective, and catch any of these issues, because there are some black hat stuff on there. And one thing that Empire Flippers does a great job on is finding those black hat issues and filtering them out, or making sure that it's fully transparent. I really enjoyed the transparency that Empire Flippers has with the buyers, and they legitimately want it to be a success after the actual sale. So you can really kind of see that communicated with dealing with their sales team, dealing with their support, some of the policies that they've inputted. I know I've spoken with the founders and other team members on the Empire Flippers team. They have done a great job in incorporating a strong screening process for each one of the sites, and it's nice peace of mind for me as a buyer. I would give them a 4.5, because no one's perfect. There are always room for improvement, but they are really solid in terms. Like I said, I have experience with other website brokers that we have bought from. By far, Empire Flippers comes at the top. They, in terms of working with their sales team, it's very clear, transparent, communication's really solid there, and a very professional company.